Welcome back, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're reviewing Halo, the series, the finale of season one, called Transcendence, and it's coming to you from Paramount Plus. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Well, LADI, it's the finale. Everything's coming to a head, right? We're going to solve all the problems. We're going to answer all the questions. We're going to wrap it all up nice and neat in a bow, right? Right?
Yep.
And we saw in the end of the last episode, Makee was going to be on the human side, and then they tased her, and she's like, "Nah, I'm with the Covenant again." And John and John was all like, "But don't do that, though." But he didn't really get a chance to do that because he's getting his ass whooped by other Spartans. But then there was a big old, there's a big old energy blast, like it was Dragon Ball Z, and yeah, that was the way we ended. And this one starts out immediately after that. You know, how are we gonna stop Makee from going to the Covenant? And also, Dr. Halsey's an awful person. How are we gonna bring her to justice? And that's how this whole episode really kind of proceeds to answer those questions. And where are they going to find the Halo? And are we going to see some Halo action? That was my other big question. So, Lottie, here we go. This was the finale. All of the work that they've done this season, it comes to this. What did you think about it?
My opinion, this was the best episode of the season. And what I felt like the show should have been from the very beginning, you know, ass kicking aliens, beating up aliens, fighting, military drama. It was I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed this episode. I have to admit, what's the woman's name again?
Talking about Dr. Halsey.
Maki? No,
Oh,
Maki.
Makee.
Yeah, I do not like her character. She's probably the worst character in the whole show because it's just God. I don't like her character. I just don't like
It's,
it.
you know what? I knew. See, I knew it when you texted me, and I watched the episode, and I was like, "We're gonna have some different opinions about this." I didn't. I was not so high on this. I was disappointed by the episode, if I'm being honest. Not saying it wasn't good, just that the promise of the Halo shouldn't be the promise for season two. It should be like, oh, we're
It
gonna
should
get
have.
the
I agree
yeah,
with that. Like, I feel like when I say this was the best episode, this is not a good season finale. This is a good it's just what the episode should have
yeah.
been. Like this what the show should have been. This is what I felt. That's what I mean by it was the best episode. When it comes to a season finale, it was poor because I felt like I hate when shows do that where they introduce characters that were important to the show and then they kill them off in the season finale where they kill off Malky. And I'm just like, why? Then why was she? What was the point of her?
Yeah.
Literally, what was the point of her? It's so annoying. That's why I say I do not like her character, and it's not her fault. It's the show's writer's fault. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You should have never even introduced her in the first fucking place. You should have just kept the what's it called chick, the chick from the other
Oh, you talk
bro.
about yeah that and here's that's another thing. They introduce Quan Ha and Soren. They're nowhere to be seen in this episode. So what?
Exactly. It's just
Their finale was 2 episodes ago.
ago.
And
Yeah,
what was the
exactly.
so they were nowhere to be seen. And I don't I liked Makee. Once I kind of understood what she was all about, she was pretty cool earlier on. You sort of saw what she was all about. And, she's just like John. She's damaged goods in her own way, and she's being used
Yeah.
and manipulated by other people. And she finds a little bit of sliver of happiness in someone else who's just like I understand her reason for being in the show. It was to sort of explain why John is what he is, like why he's special, why he's more than just like a tool a weapon. He's actually important to finding the Halo, and so is she. That she's not a soldier like him, but she's being used by the Covenant to find this thing. and they kind of find each other. They're drawn to each other. That's the point of her story. The fact that she gets killed, I'm not surprised by that. Like, he's got to have, some reason to, lose some attachment to, you know, to some, not his humanity, but to the Covenant or whatever. Like,
And he literally loses his attachment.
yeah,
Straight up.
I mean, I get it, and he wanted to, bring her back and all that. I get it, and
I'm gonna just say this though, real quick. Kai is my favorite character in this whole show. I love her. Kai is by far the best character in the whole show. I hope she gets a lot of screen time. I love her. I love her so much. I love that little part where she outran everybody and jumped onto the ship. She's just doing badass things and everything. Yeah. And I like that. I guess now the other Spartans have emotions, and now the black dude's like the scary black dude. Like, I didn't sign up for this. I'm like, Of course they're gonna make him the scary black dude now.
Well, you know what? You know what it is, Vanek. It's I think what's happening is that the emotional trauma is so great that even the suppressing chip that isn't really quite working. I love seeing the Spartans work together. I did it really. I wanted to see that. We saw some of the Halo video game action. That was cool. Yeah. If the first person thing was a bit weird and a little cheesy, but I did. I appreciated it anyway. I got it. I understood that was the red meat for the fans. Cool. I want to see more of the freaking the leaders of the Covenant. Their treacherous asses.
That's one of the things where I'm just going like, Makee's like, fuck the humans, going back to the Covenant, and now she doesn't even feel home at the Covenant. Now she's like, damn, I fucked up.
Yeah. Well, and then she was going to be a sacrifice, but it didn't matter because, I wonder if Kai's murdering her is going to if that going to come back up later. There's a lot of interesting questions. I mean, if we can circle back to the whole, the other side, the whole other side mission, if you will, of Halsey, and she tries to escape and whatever, and she's the villain. Like between her and the Covenant,
she is the actual. She's in my opinion, she is the actual villain of this show.
Yeah. And I thought it was cool to see how she sort of escaped justice. Like, in a way, they set up a way for her to escape justice earlier on in the series.
With the clones, yeah.
Yeah, and so seeing her...
And you just ask yourself, how long has she been gone, though?
Yeah, I think for a while. It's clear that she has friends in higher places than just the UNSC command.
Yep.
And that's why she was able to get off planet and fake her.
Yeah, I think she did. I think she dipped after Master Chief tried to kill her.
Yeah, I think the point at which, because that her Flash clone could survive days. Remember they even sort of set it up that the Flash clones can survive several days before they have seizures and die. So we're talking about we're probably talking about that. I mean, you might actually be 100% on point there. And this whole time, the person that's been talking has been set up to die was not her.
Yep.
So that'll be good intrigue for the next season. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened in this episode, but no fucking Halo. So why did you even call this season? Why did you call this Halo the series when ain't no damn? The most we got in the Halo was a damn dream sequence. I mean, it was a cut scene. We got 2 cut scenes of the fucking Halo, and that's that. That's that. I felt extremely disappointed by that. Not that I didn't enjoy the episode.
All I know is that the next season is going to probably have the Arbiter in it, and this is how they're going to explain how Master Chief is like quiet and doesn't really start talking again until Halo 2. Because in Halo 1, Master Chief is pretty much just a dead, silent person. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking this is the prequel. Halo Season 2 is going to be Halo 1, and Halo 2 is when Master Chief comes back.
Right.
or probably sometime. Well, they can't wait that long now. They
Yeah.
can't wait that long to bring back John. I'll probably say about 3 or 4 episodes in the season two they'll
Yeah.
bring back.
I just wonder if he's going to be like in some like dream world or something where he's on the Halo itself. But it would be very strange to me if they spent more than an episode of Cortana, just controlling the body. That'll be
Yeah,
very
that's true.
strange to me.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But all that's, I mean, like I said, I think the episode was fine. I was just disappointed in a couple of the decisions. To kill off Makee and to kill off Makee and to not show the Halo. I just thought those were strange and not necessarily good choices. But hey, I'm here for it. I don't think this was a waste of time of a season. I had a good time with it. It needed better pacing in some places, but when it finally decided to get on with the action, it did great action. Even video gamey as the CGI is, I did like a lot of the intrigue and everything. I surprisingly, Dr. Halsey is a good character in the sense that I can't wait for somebody to fucking take her down. So
Yeah.
they did a good job there. They could do better with by some of the characters like Dr. Halsey's daughter, and Vanek and Riz were not anything in this, and so I will hope that they get more justice in the next season.
Just give me more Kai. Just
Yeah.
just just splatter the show with Kai. Just take a machine gun and just spray Kai every episode, and I'll be happy.
you
Because
want
I
they,
love her
you want them
character.
to
Man,
spray.
I love her.
You don't want them to spray Kai all over you.
Yeah.
No,
I was not expecting to love her character that
no,
much.
she's great. I like Master Chief a lot as well, and so I think between those two, and then just like you said, bring in a good Covenant bad guy next season, and I think we'll be on point. So, but I think that's it. That's our thoughts on this finale and just the season in general. So, what did you guys think about this episode? What do you think about what we had to say? Get on down to the comments. Let us know what you're thinking. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks once again for joining us on this review. Come back again. We have more reviews coming in the future. Until then, I've been Mo the Coupe, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend LADI. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.